Hello everyone. In this lecture we will discuss some other types of relations. So start with irreflexive relation. Let A be a set and R be a relation on A. R is said to be irreflexive if for all x belongs to A, x this ordered pair does not belong to R. That is, in other words, you can say x is not related to x. In this way, you can say a relation is reflexive. So, if you find a single pair for which xx is there in R, then it will not be a irreflexive relation. Now look at the example. The relation of less than in a set of integers. So if you see this relation less than, you cannot write 1 is less than 1. So for all x, you can write x is not less than x. So in this way, this pair does not belong to R and therefore this relation is irreflexive relation. Another example, similarly, greater than, you can write greater than is also irreflexive relation. Now, asymmetric relation. Again, the set is suppose A and R is a relation defined on A. This relation R is said to be asymmetric if for all x, y belongs to A, x, comma, y belongs to R. This implies y x does not belong to R. Now look at this. If xy belongs to R, yx does not belong to R. Yx should not be there. For all xy, those satisfy this condition. So this relation is called asymmetric relation. Look at this example. Again the relation less than, because if x is less than y, then you cannot say this does not imply y is less than x. So this relation is asymmetric also. Similarly, the relation greater than is also asymmetric. Now look at this. In symmetric relation, when we talked about symmetric relation, then we said whenever xy belongs to R, then yx must be an element of R. So for example, if you say suppose a equal to 1, 2, 3, and suppose R is a relation, look at this 1, 2 and 2, 1. So here if you see 1, 2, this pair belongs to R and yx also belongs to R. Therefore, this relation is symmetric relation, but this relation is not asymmetric relation. So, if a relation is symmetric means for all xy, if xy is there, then yx is also there, then this relation is not an asymmetric relation. Now, antisymmetric relation. Let A be a set and R be a relation on A. R is said to be antisymmetric if for all x, y belongs to A, x, y related to xy, so xy belongs to R and yx belongs to R. This tautologically implies x equal to y. So whenever xy is there in R and yx is there in R, then x must equal to y. Then the relation is said to be antisymmetric. Now look at this example. The relation of less than or equal to. X is less than equal to y and y is less than equal to x. This implies x equal to y. So if x is less than equal to y and y is less than equal to x, then you can write x equal to y. So this relation is an antisymmetric relation. Now look at the example. Suppose we have a equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, and suppose R1 is a relation, say 1 comma 1 1 comma 1 and 2 comma 2. So this is a relation. So look at this. This relation is antisymmetric relation because x related to y. Here x and y both are 1. So x related to y, y related to x, and x equal to y. Similarly, here x and y both are same, equal to 2. So x related to y, y related to x, and x equal to y. So this relation is antisymmetric. If I write R2, this is 1 1 comma 2 3. Look at this relation here. First ordered pair, x equal to 1, y equal to 1. So x related y, y related to x, and x equal to y. In second pair, 2 related to 3, but 3 is not related to 2. It means this for this 3 2 is not there. So only this ordered pair satisfy this condition, x related to y and y related to x, and this implies x equal to y. So this is also antisymmetric relation. Now if I write R3, if I write 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 1, so this is not an antisymmetric relation because 1 related to 2 and 2 related to 1, but 1 is not equal to 2. So not antisymmetric. If I write I4 1 comma 2 1 comma 2 3 comma 4 3 comma 4. Now look at this. Here if you see, x related to y, but y is not related to x. X related to y, but y is not related to x. It means the condition is not satisfied. It means this relation is itself antisymmetric relation. So in this way you can check whether a given relation is antisymmetric or not. Now partial order relation. Let A be a set and R be a relation on A. R is said to be a partial order relation if it is number 1 reflexive, number 2 antisymmetric, and transitive. So a relation which is reflexive, antisymmetric, and transitive is called a partial order relation. For example, if you see the example, then the relation less than or equal to, this relation is reflexive because x is less than or equal to x, antisymmetric because x less than or equal to y and y less than or equal to x, this means x equal to y, and transitive because x less than y, x less than or equal to y, and y less than or equal to z, this implies x is less than or equal to z. So this relation is a partial order relation. Now we'll take one example. Let A equal to 1 2 3, and we have to check whether these two relations are reflexive, irreflexive, symmetric, and so on. So we start with R1. So first we check for reflexive. Now look at this. For reflexive, for each x belongs to A, x should be there. 1 1 is there, but 2 2 3 3 are not. 3 3 is there, but 2 2 is not there. That's why this relation is not reflexive. So you can write, since 2 comma 2 does not belong to R1, it means R1 is not reflexive. R1 is not reflexive. Now look at this irreflexive. Since 1 1 is there, reflexive means for each x belongs to A, x should not be there. So you can write, since 1 comma 1 belongs to R. Similarly 3 comma 3 is also there. It means R1 is not irreflexive. R1 is not irreflexive. Now symmetric, look at this. 2 3 is there, but 3 2 is not there. So one example is sufficient to show that it is not symmetric. So you can write, since 2 3 belongs to R1, but 3 2 does not belong to R1. It means therefore R1 is not symmetric. Is not symmetric. Now asymmetric. Look at this, 1 1 is there. Here if you assume x equal to 1, y equal to 1. So x is related to y and y is also related to x. So it means this is not asymmetric, because for asymmetric, if xy is there, then yx should not be there. So you can write, since 1 1 belongs to R1, 1 1 belongs to R1, and you can write here, assuming x equal to 1, y equal to 1, y is there and yx is also there. It means R1 is not asymmetric. R1 is not asymmetric. Now antisymmetric. Look at this. If you assume x equal to 1, y equal to 1, x related to 1, y related, x related to y, y related to x, and x equal to y. Similarly for this one, for no other x, y exists such that x is different to y and x related to y and y related to x. 2 is related to 3, but 3 is not related to 2. It means only these two pair, 1 1 3 3 exist, and these satisfy the condition of x related to y and y related to x. Further we can check x equal to y, because x equal to 1, y equal to 1, so x equal to y. Similarly, if you check this one, x related y, y related to x, and x equal to y. So you can say R1 is antisymmetric. Now transitive. Look at this one again. For 1 1 this is transitive, for 3 3 it is transitive. Now check for this pair, 2 related to 3 and 3 related to 2. So 2 must related to 3, this is already given. So for every x, y, z, if x related to y, y related to z, then x is related to z. So you can say R1 is transitive. So in this way you can check whether a given relation is of a particular kind. Now check to R2. One, look at this, reflexive. If we talk about reflexive, 1 1 is not there, 2 2 is not there, 3 3 is not there. So I am directly writing, you can give example. So this is not reflexive. Whenever you have to answer these type of questions, then you have to justify also, just like I had given this example. So before writing not reflexive, it is not sufficient to write not reflexive. You have to give the example, just I have given here. It is not reflexive. Irreflexive. Look at this, 1 1 2 2 3 3, all these are missing, so therefore it is irreflexive. This is irreflexive because none of 1 1 2 2 3 3 is there in R2. Now symmetric, 1 2 is there but 2 1 is not there. 1 2 is there but 2 1 is not there. It means this is, you can write it, 1 comma 2 belongs to R2, but 2 comma 1, this does not belong to R2. So it is not symmetric. It is not symmetric. Now asymmetric. Now it is not symmetric. Look at this, 1 2 is there, 2 1 is not there. 2 3 is there, 3 2 is not there. Similarly 1 3 is there, 3 1 is not there. It means for each x y, if x related to y, y is not related to x. So if a relation is not symmetric, then it is asymmetric. Now antisymmetric. Look at this, 1 related to 2 but 2 is not related to 1. 2 related to 3 but 3 is not related to 2. Similarly 1 related to 3 and 3 is not related to 1. It means the conditional part is not satisfied, therefore it is anti-symmetric. Now transitive. 1 related to 2 and 2 related to 3. So 1 must be related to 3. So 1 3 is there. Can you find any other pair? 1 related to 2, but other than this no other element is starting with 2. Similarly 2 related 3, but no pair is starting with 3. 1 3, no pair is starting with 3. So only this pair 1 2 2 3 is there which satisfy the condition x related to y, y related to z, and for this x related to z is there. So this relation is transitive. So in this way you can check whether a given relation is a particular kind of relation or not. And whenever you are going to satisfy that a relation is a particular kind of relation, then you have to give the complete justification and you have to prove it. While checking, simply you can give the justification, but if you have to prove, then you have to prove in a complete manner.